Burger King has been hit with a class action lawsuit for overstating the size of the Whopper by 35%. Burger King is being sued in a proposed class action lawsuit by customers seeking at least $5 million each after the fast food giant is claimed to have portrayed their Whopper burgers as 35% larger in advertisements. Now, do I think that people are going to ever get this type of money? No, because no one was injured. Like this isn't like the situation with like McDonald's with that burnt chicken nugget thing, right? Because in that case, someone was actually harmed. But this is like, oh, you lied about the size of your burger. Ooh, you know? I mean, they might get some money from that for like false advertising, but the thing is Burger King liable for that false advertising? Probably not. Like in other countries, it would be illegal for like for a company to do that type of false advertising for like a food product. But in America, I don't think that's the case. I think they have pretty free reign because they could pretty much probably say, under freedom of speech, we could do whatever we want in a sense. So customers in the action have accused the fast food giant of showcasing the burgers with ingredients that overflow over the bun. They say that these make it appear that the burgers are 35% larger and contain more than double the meat as the chain serves. Burger King has countered that it wasn't required to deliver burgers that looked exactly like the picture. U.S. District Judge Roy Altman in Miami said that the company must defend the claim that it was up to jurors to tell us what reasonable people think. The thing is, most people who do buy fast food literally don't care necessarily what the stuff looks like. They get it for like the quick ease of access and also that they're basically addicted to the food, right? Like they don't really like, oh, I want to make sure that my burger is like super like thick, right? They're like, can I get my burger like in 10 seconds, basically. So, in his decision made public on Friday, Altman also let the customers pursue negligence based in unjust enrichment claims. He dismissed claims based on TV and online ads, finding none in which Burger King promised a burger size or patty weight and failed to deliver it. The plaintiffs in the case are Walter Coleman, Marco Di Leonardo, Matthew Fox, and Madeline Salzman. Coleman is participating in the suit after purchasing a burger in a Big King at a Burger King store in Florida. In this suit, he said he expected the burgers to be of a similar size to the pictures on the advertisements. And Coleman says in the suit that had he known the burgers were much smaller, he would not have purchased them. De Leonardo had bought a Whopper, a Big King, and a Whopper Melt while at a store in the state of New York. He too said in the suit that he had known the true size of the burgers, he would not have spent his money on them. But see, this is the thing, right? Again, we are talking about burgers, right? And they're trying to make a claim that somehow they were basically harmed in some way to the extent that they deserve $5 million each. Okay? No. Like, that ain't gonna happen. Like, at all. Similarly, Fox also purchased the Whopper and a Big King in Salzman, bought a Big King burger, both later regretting it. Hey, this isn't like a situation where like, yeah, you're okay with buying it, and then like a day later, like, oh no, I really regret eating that sandwich. I really shouldn't have bought that sandwich. Uh, it's actually smaller than what I thought. Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't do something like this. Taco Bell, a unit of Yum Buns, was sued last month in the Brooklyn court for selling crunch wraps and Mexican pizzas that allegedly contain only half as much filling as advertised. The plaintiff's lawyer there on Monday cited Altman's opinion to justify letting that case continue, and each lawsuit seeks at least $5 million in damages. A Burger King spokesperson told DailyMail.com the plaintiff's claims are false. The flame grilled beef patties portrayed in our advertising are the same patties used in the millions of Whopper sandwiches we serve to guests nationwide. Not to mention, like, there's a lot of camera angles that you could do to make a burger probably look really thick, like way thicker than it really is. Just like how there's a lot of ladies that might take their photos in a more favorable light, in a more favorable angle, so that they look more attractive than what they do. Same way with the guys. Same with like people on like dating apps where like let's say that there's like a girl that's like 300 pounds or a guy that's 300 pounds. They're not gonna show the full body. They'll do like that like like camera pose like high up where all you see is their face because they got like a nice face kind of thing. Yeah, that's basically potentially what like Burger King did, but technically like you can't really sue Burger King for basically like burger fishing, like cat fishing. Like you can't really do that. And not to mention, to expect that you're trying to get like $5 million from this stuff is so retarded. Like this is just so dumb. Let's see some of these comments. Some people are sick and desperate with too much time in their hands. It's not that. It's like some people just want some easy money and they think like, "Oh, we could just sue anyone and everyone, so might as well sue Burger King because we know that they could pay for it." This person says, "You ever see a Kardashian without makeup?" Same thing. What the hell? I'm gonna sue my spouse for over advertising by at least 35%. Whew. I hate class action lawsuits. They generally make the attorneys much money, and they are the ones that initiate them, and the people that cling onto them get pennies. Don't sign up for these. Yeah, I think like many people don't really understand that like in a lot of class action lawsuits, like lawyers can make up like 30 to like almost like 50% of the actual like settlement or payout, right? So like every individual person might only get like a couple grand, but then like the lawyers get like a crazy amount of money. Never have I ever got food from a fast food place that looks like the picture they show you will get. I overspent $20 based on a picture over a 6 month period, and I need $5 million to be made whole. LOL. See, like, this is the thing that's kind of like so like weird about this, right? Because again, no one was harmed in this type of situation. Like again, this is not the same type of situation with like that chicken nugget like burn on the kid, which that one's also very sketchy too. But someone was injured in that scenario, right? And the McDonald's franchise basically admitted that it might have been too hot. But like that's a very very different situation where like there was like actual physical harm done, like damage done to someone versus this is like, oh, I regret my purchase of this burger. Oh my gosh, I got like lied to and I bought a burger that, wasn't like given the right amount of burger or whatever based off the advertisement. It's like the only way you could justify something like this would be like a civil lawsuit where you basically sue for slightly above or the same amount of money that you basically lost, right? So let's say that you lost $100 due to potentially false advertisement. You could maybe sue for that $100 to be given back to you plus legal fees, right? But you wouldn't be able to be like, oh no, you did false advertisement, so you don't just got to pay me the $100 and the legal fees, but really now, even though I only lost $100, you owe me $1 million. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. And it's not even like a reasonable type of like lawsuit. Like, if you want to have like an actual, like, probably good chance of like winning some like dumb lawsuit like this, you got to actually make it somewhat believable, right? Let's say that you lost like $1,000. Maybe you sue for like 1,500 or like $2,000, but you don't sue for like 100 grand. Like that doesn't make any sense. Food photography has been in place forever, and all establishments embellish. This is nothing new. The lawyers win again. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, in this type of scenario, lawyers are going to get like they're going to be willing to do it because these lawyers were probably like paid a certain amount of money because they probably knew that like nothing was going to happen from this, so they're probably going to be like, okay, pay me like 10 grand, I'll sue the company, but also I get like 10 or 20% if we were to actually get anything from this because I doubt that it's actually going to happen, kind of thing.